Robinhood is no longer a trading app. They are diving into something big, tokenizing stocks. They're not just adding another tab to their app. They're making a bet that the future of stock trading lives on-chain. They're starting in the EU, where regulation is a bit more crypto-friendly, and they're launching tokenized versions of US stocks. We're talking about big names like Tesla, Meta, and yes, even private companies like SpaceX and OpenAI. Robinhood isn't waiting around for IPOs. They're offering exposure to these companies through tokenized contracts, basically digital stand-ins for shares. Next, we'll talk about how it actually works. You're not buying shares directly. Robinhood or its partners hold shares through SPVs. Then they issue tokens that track the value of those shares. So you get price exposure, but no voting rights, no dividends. You don't need a crypto wallet. You don't pay gas fees. You just tap, buy, and trade, like any other stock. Behind the scenes, it's running on Arbitrum, an Ethereum Layer 2 network. Yes, that's the big plan. Next, let's talk about what makes this move exciting. It opens the door to fractional access to private giants like OpenAI and SpaceX, companies that retail investors could never touch. It enables 24/5 trading, and it sets the stage for entirely new revenue models, staking mechanisms, on-chain governance, and token-based transaction fees. But the risks? They're just as real. First, the legal gray area. Can you tokenize a company's equity exposure without its permission? Then, there's technical fragility. Smart contracts can break. Blockchains can be attacked. When someone buys an OpenAI token, do they really understand what they're holding? No shares, no votes, no dividends, just a tokenized mirror of value. Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, went public and said, "We didn't approve this. Be careful." OpenAI essentially disavowed any link to the token. They warned users that Robinhood's product wasn't authorized, wasn't official, and might be misleading. If it works, Robinhood becomes the first mover in tokenized stocks. They bridge the gap between TradFi and Web3. They unlock access to assets the public's never been able to touch. They own the rails, the chain, the tokens, the flow. It's not just about being a trading app. It's about being the new infrastructure of ownership. Would you buy a token now? Probably yes. Just a small position. Not because I think it is safe, but because I want to keep an eye on it. The best way to learn is to put a little skin in the game. Would you buy?